Hi everyone, I'm Mariana and welcome to From Ibiza with Love, the Glow Podcast. I've been coming to Ibiza since 2017 and it's been such an inspiring part of my life that I wanted to share it with many more people than just my close circle of friends. Really, it transformed me so much as a person. This island is incredibly beautiful, very spiritual, and it had a profound impact on my soul. So here's some of the backstory. One of my good friends who originally was a client, he walks into the sales gallery of what I was selling in Miami. We kind of became friends. And at some point I mentioned that I want to go to Ibiza in the summer. And he's like, okay, I go there a lot. So let me know when you're there. And starts telling me a little bit about the island and that you definitely should rent a car when you're there. And the nature and this and that is so beautiful. I love it. Okay. So I organized a trip with one of my best friends at the time. Then 48 hours before we were supposed to leave, she tells me, Mariana, I have so many things falling apart in life right now. I can't go. My mom, my job, my dogs, all these things, right, Theo? Yeah. So here I am, but we already have flights and I really, really want to go. And I tried to convince one friend. I tried to convince another friend that I thought I have really good chances to get them to go on short notice with me for this adventure. And one gets permission from like 5 out of 7 people that she needed permission to go. And the other one, she's like, okay, I'll go. So here we are, the three of us going. We go to Barcelona for like 2 days and then we're on the flight to here. And we arrive in Ibiza and I kind of hate it. Like, there is nothing that I like in this area. I'm like really confused why this person, who I thought was a friend of mine, suggested so highly that I'm going to love the island, that this is the best place to be. And here I am. I feel like I'm like somewhere between Ocean Drive and Washington Avenue, which is very touristy and not the most highly regarded part of Miami. So then I remember that I was told you need to rent a car. We go to the car rental place and I'm asking these girls, where would you suggest we go to watch the sunset? Ibiza is very famous for the sunsets here. And they said Cotton Club. It has one of the best sunsets. Okay, fine. So we go to Cotton Club and then I kind of started to like it. I mean, the sunset was spectacular. The beach there is so beautiful in Calle Tarida. Okay, fine. And then the next day, we got invited on a yacht to Formentera because my friend who I was supposed to originally come with was actually dating this guy from Miami, and we were on the same flight from Barcelona along with him and a bunch of his friends. And they were all going to Formentera. So we go to Formentera. That was quite fun. But still, I'm like, okay, day 3. Well, I've been here long enough. Time to leave. And I tell my friend, and she goes, wait, Mariana, you should call your friend who told you to come here, like at least say you're in town. So I'm like, okay, fine, why not? And he's like, okay, let's go on a hike. I'm like, well, that sounds great, but first we need to get something to eat because we've been out and about exploring the party scene of Ibiza that I'm not particularly a fan of, but my 2 best friends, they wanted to dance. Okay, so we meet in Passion. And I remember he asked, like, where are you? I'm like, I don't know where I am, but this is my location. So we meet for lunch at Passion, and then we go on a hike by Svedra, and we went up to the tower. And then on the way down, we were climbing these like kind of cliffs that was a little bit extra dangerous and hanging onto a tree that's barely attached to some rocks. But that was fantastic. And then we went for a swim in a cave and we watched the sunset by Sunset Ashram. We go there for dinner, and at the end of this dinner, I'm like, I never want to leave this island. I fell in love, like this place is the best place. Now I understand in 12 hours, I fell in love with Ibiza. And this person recommended a few other places. And the next day, I was supposed to fly out that day, I think. And I drive up to the highest point, which is Satalaya. And I park the car. My friend is in the car. She's recovering from her 3 days of partying. And I just have these tears in my eyes. And I feel like this is where I belong and I don't want to leave. And she's like, Mariana, but you know, why are you so like sad? And you have money, you can always come back. And I'm like, I don't think you understand what I mean. Like, I belong here. It's not about coming back. It's just where I'm meant to be. So I came up with this plan because at the time I was super busy with the development and project that I was selling. And I had to go back to Miami, and I realized, okay, I can't come back next month because that's a bit too soon, but I can come back in 6 weeks. By then, no one's going to remember that I've been on vacation, right, Theo? And I came back in early October with the original friend that I was supposed to come with and another girlfriend, and we did a lot of yoga, a lot of hiking, and kind of like discovered the island more and more. And then, yeah, I've been coming back every year since 2017. The essence of Ibiza does not only lie in spirituality. It is also the smell of the pine trees, the golden light of the sunset, the turquoise sea surrounding the island, the effortless connections that you make along the way, and their lasting impact on your life. Sometime in the last year, I felt this calling that we've been so blessed with the people that we met in our lives. And when we mentioned the glow, it seemed like I needed to share these stories with more people than just my immediate circle of friends. Like, it brings me huge pleasure when I discover someone who can truly make an impact on another person's life. And then I test it out on myself. And then if I love it, which most of the time I do, because I think like life brings me the right alignment of people and situations. So usually, you know me, I recommend like this healer person, whoever it is, plays to my immediate circle of friends. And basically, most of the time, practically everyone loves it and is so pleasantly surprised that this exists and how I brought them there. And then I felt like I need to share this with a bigger sphere of people. I have this kind of crazy story where last summer I felt it was time, like everything was great in my life, but I also needed a reset to get to the next level. And I asked if someone knows this type of person that can kind of like transform it. No. And then they don't know anyone. I'm like, okay, fine. Maybe if it's meant to be, someone will come my way. But it was really a deep calling of my soul that this is the time, this is the moment, I need to find this person. Okay, so then 2 days later, my sound healer, she goes to some random event with a bunch of ladies, and she's an hour late. She wasn't even planning to go. And the first thing that someone tells her when she walks in is, you need to talk to this person. Like, she transforms your lives. And she tests it out. It's like a 3-week wait list to do a session with her. And she loves it. She said it's like someone cleaned your windows. So
as if someone cleaned your windows.
Yeah, like the world becomes brighter without anything. Like, you do an energetic session. I'm like, okay, I'm interested. Maybe. Well, first she tells me that she finds this person. Like, I remember we're swimming in the ocean. She's like, oh, Mariana, I wanted to tell you, you had this request and I was told this. I'm like, this sounds like my request has been answered from the universe.
So you put a request out there and basically it was just coming to you.
I'm like, great. And she goes, it's in a different language. Let me test it out and I'll let you know. I'm like, perfect. You try it out. And if you think it's the right one, but like, I feel that it is, right? So she tells me 3 weeks later, yes, great session. You should do it. I book myself. And right before I was coming to Europe, I did my first session with her, and I'm still doing them. And it's interesting that like people give feedback that's like every time you seem to like be brighter and more energetic about it. So I love doing it, but that was part of it. And throughout this journey, I felt I need to share this with the world. And how do we do it? So I love our dynamic. I love our energy together. I love the things that we do when we're here or wherever we meet. And then this idea for the podcast came around that, you know what, we're going to give some light and make people's lives a little bit brighter, make them glow, find their inner glow.
Find their inner glow. So you mentioned before that there was this moment where you had a feeling that it's time for you to reach the next level. Like, how did you feel that? I
can't explain it, but you just feel it.
And now looking back at the years that you work in real estate and the skills you have to be successful in a very, I would say, also competitive and rough environment as it can be.
Yeah.
What of these skills that you have from that profession help you actually today for our project?
I mean, patience and perseverance, there's a lot to be said for that, I think.
Patience and perseverance.
Yeah. Which is not an easy task for me because I'm a fire sign. But, I believe in the right energetic alignment. Mm-hmm. And sometimes letting go of control and letting life flow really makes things better, brighter, elevates it in ways that we don't even know how it can.
So letting things go and let it flow, basically.
Yeah, if you accept it, then it just magically puts things together. I mean, but obviously, in terms of career, you do need to put the right things in places, and then if you let it go, it like takes on a whole new level.
And how do you find this balance between, this perseverance and making things happen, and then letting things go and let them flow?
I think that's part of life. It was a learning process for sure, because how I'm wired, how society conditions us is not like, oh, let's be happy and just let things come to us. Like, I have a good friend of mine, he's like a meditation guru, but he said, I was meditating for 3 years. Like, it's still, you still have to take steps in the physical world. Mm-hmm. But finding balance, I mean, that's been a quest of my life for the last probably almost 10 years at this point, because I was very career focused, and that was great, and I appreciate it. And it's almost like a everyday practice. I think it has become much easier for me and better and like a gentler flow, because before, when this is your business and when you take it personally, it's not easy to let go of control. It's not easy to, I just trust the universe that things will align. Now I do much more, but also I think the universe has been sending me signs that...
Has been sending you signs?
Yeah.
How do you see these signs?
I think you recognize them. Like, it's very difficult to miss them. It puts the right people in your life. It puts the right moments. I think now I've realized that if something is not aligning, there's also a blessing in that. Mm-hmm. Before I would get quite frustrated. Now it's like, okay, what's the other path? Because clearly I'm meant to go on that.
The other path.
Yeah.
So you describe it, thank you for sharing so openly that it's been a journey and almost like a life quest, because I think so many people can probably relate to that part, that they know that they want to do something different and they are on this quest. And
it's kind of crazy, like I never envisioned that we would be doing this, but YOLO, you have to try it.
So let's say for our audience, if there was one advice that you could give them to navigate this quest, like what would that be?
Don't be afraid to try.
Don't be afraid to try.
Yeah. And like, if you have the right intentions, the universe puts the right pieces of the puzzle to help you make it happen.
So basically having the right intention and then just try.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and if you really believe in it, keep going, because success isn't instant. Like, it's very rare to find this light, what is it? Light bulb moment, let's say,
That light
right?
bulb moment.
Like, it can hit you, but then you still have to make it, connect. And usually like, to put the big puzzle together, it's not 3 pieces, it's a lot of it.
It's a lot of pieces putting
it's a lot
together.
of pieces. And that's life. And I think that's the beauty of life.
And
We
in the
constantly
moments, like, where you feel like frustrated or like things are not going the way you want them to go, what do you do to bring yourself back into alignment?
What really helped me is swimming in the ocean. I think water has such a profound effect on us. Also, sound healing. Like, you can turn off, forget the world, rewire yourself from within, and then the rest of it kind of like falls together in a much better way. Also, nature. Yeah.
So swimming in the ocean and sound healing is so interesting, because then both of them work with the element water, since all our body and our cells is made from water, and the vibration of the sound is healing it. So
the ocean waves and the sound healing waves are in a way similar as well.
Thank you so much.
But also like the cleaning energy of water, like, if the ocean is rough, then like you might as well take a bath.
If the ocean is, I love this analogy. If the ocean is rough, you may as well take a bath.
There was a
for life,
there was a sign at some point that someone told me, and then I bought the plaque. I don't really remember it, but it was something along the lines of, it's how we navigate the waves.
Yeah, and even more so, I love this one quote which says, you need to know, like, which waves you're gonna take, and which storm you will just sit out. Right. So also knowing when to surf on the wave and when not to go in the water, actually. Yeah. Thank you for sharing so much of your personal journey, Mariana. If there was,
it's been a quest.
it's been a quest, and it still is.
No, but I love it because I see myself, and really maybe I don't really have an option to be any different. It's my life path. What can I do?
It's your life path.
I believe our higher purpose is to help others, and in doing so, we help them ignite their inner glow. Many of the people in my life have mentioned how I have this glow every time I visit the island, and this is exactly the impact I hope this podcast will have on our viewers and listeners to positively impact their lives.